Hey everyone, it's Joe Bear here, your fabulous host of Fashion Minute. Today we're covering the Spring/Summer 2026 Christian Dior Women's Wear Collection by Jonathan Anderson. Yes, the day is finally here. He's finally showing his women's wear collection. I'm so excited about it, and I can't wait to show you guys and talk to you guys about what all he presented to us. And before we get started, we have to take a look at my fabulous outfit inspired by the Spring/Summer 2026 Christian Dior menswear. And let's go. All right, everybody, that's my outfit. Dior is waiting. Let's get this review started. Come on. A nexus point is a critical moment or event in a person's life that significantly impacts their future choices and outcomes. It represents a place where important decisions intersect, often leading to multiple possible paths in life. Today, the house that Christian built alongside other contributors had a major nexus point, with Jonathan Anderson finally debuting his first women's collection for this house. But this wasn't just any collection. It was a visual subliminal message of certainty that he's ready to take up the mantle of the prestigious legacy of Dior. Now, the reason why I reference the word nexus point is due to the incredible show set, which was built to resemble a contemporary art gallery with a giant X-verted four-sided pyramid hanging from the ceiling, positioned in the center that nearly touched the floor surface, but was pointed directly toward a open Dior shoebox placed directly below it. And the floor beneath the shoebox looked like it had been hit by an energy beam that it had a bursting sunray like formation, which conveyed a sense of power. The pyramid displayed through its triangular screens "Do You Dare Enter the House of Dior?" Then a short film of archival iconographies that chronicled the history and past designers of Dior by filmmaker Adam Curtis played on the screens. You could see the works by Monsieur Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, Marc Bohan, Gianfranco Ferreri, John Galliano, Ralph Simmons, Chris Van Ash, Kim Jones, and Maria Grazia Purity. All that history converged into a single nexus point, which was the Spring/Summer 2026 collection, where Jonathan, in a way, has become the House of Dior's new art gallerist, where he respectfully paid the most beautiful homage that I've ever seen to each of the respected former designers from the different moments from Dior's nearly 80-year timeline, and had to decorate fashion's future, but with modernity, a sort of bending Dior to his will. And oh baby, did he ever bend the house to his ultra-artsy, pragmatic, subversive will. The new Dior presented today read like a confident subjugation of the house's codes. Firstly, from the most important code that every designer for Dior has to deal with and interpretate, the Tiara bar skirt suit, consisting of an hourglass-shaped blazer that's worn over a full pleated skirt that is the pinnacle of Monsieur Dior's new look from 1947. Here, he subverted and descaled the bar suit with a childlike Alice in Wonderland shrinking of the proportions. The signature jutted out padded hips of the bar were descaled and placed underneath the bust, and a full pleated skirt was now a miniature above the thigh tennis skirt in olive green, charcoal gray, and a washed blue denim, but it was all a tweed. It was just beautiful. But what was mostly alluring about Jonathan's version was the eloquence of the rear of the jacket and the skirt. They had a curvilinear silhouette where the center back had the center back's vent of the coat was now a slit that revealed more of the skirt, which was just sexy and, sensual in a way. It was a truly remarkable sculptural feat of ingenuity. I am a huge sucker for shape, and this new look is something I anticipated lots of Dior ladies wearing. Then there were the modernizations of the couture. When I think of this, I think of the way that Ralph Simmons modernized Dior's couture by pairing it with a mullet bodice or skirt with a slit in the middle of the front to display a pair of cigarette trousers, and Maria Grazia's take, where she paired a t-shirt and a full pleated skirt, liberating the woman from the synonymous corsetry that the house is known for. Jonathan took and reinterpreted an archival look from a fall 1948 collection by Christian Dior, and he modernized the opening look, a white bell-shaped crin dress, and curated it with lightweight jersey and embroidered it in the same jersey in a mini pleated pattern, and finished it with like 2 bows. It was just gorgeous and dainty and girly and just Dior. But the real stars of the pannier deviations were the sleeveless bodices that jutted out and panniered just below the hips to the knee, embroidered with like giant woven patterns that kind of reminded me of a bush. It reminded me of Galliano's collection. I cannot remember the year that it was, but he did a collection where like it was the Joan of Arc collection, and he did like bushes, and that's what that reminded me of. It was just really interesting and beautiful, and I love the way he ties in history of the house with these designs, but he modernizes it. But these looks were in black, champagne, gray, that were absolutely sensational. The house Muse Anya Taylor-Joy premiered these looks days before the show in a baby blue that was absolutely stunning on her, one with the same baby blue jewels around the neck. Oh, it was fabulous. Fabulous, honey. I looked for videos on the internet just so I could save the videos of her moving in it because it was just beautiful. Jonathan also referenced so many different eras of Dior. There were also odes to the Galliano era, as I previously stated, with the bushes. With a sort of dramaticist, over-the-top historical references. Oh my god. Oh my god. My favorite looks of the entire collection were the swashbuckling tricorn hats with like the bandit-esque Chantilly lace lapels that went all the way to the floor. Oh my god. And then like the vertically pleated silky blouses with the high-waisted ankle-length cutaloops that reminded me of pirates. In a way, it was almost as if Jonathan was pirating the archives. Others were the incredible above-the-knee descaled trapeze coat dresses with like the folds in the middle that look like a Taiwan-esque X formation of the bust and like of the hips, in green with black lapel accents and a monochrome brown. I mean, those looks were just beautiful in like a baby doll, dainty, girly way. I can see many of the Dior ladies wanting to wear something such as this. I mean, it was just gorgeous. But I digress into the more rarer pieces that were similar to the menswear, as I'm kind of wearing something similar. Just wanted to point that out. The cargo shorts from the menswear that reference the famous Delft dress reinterpreted here into like cargo shorts that was like a mini skirt that was really cute and girly, but I personally would wear them with like a pair of cargo shorts underneath to give like this layered effect and to really, give like that masculine, feminine energy. That's just another style tip for the ladies out there and boys who are like buying these fabulous looks, honey. Yes. But there were bubble skirts, there were cocoon dresses, polo shirts, dress shirts with like high collars, bows like this one here, sweaters, capes, and trousers. But where Jonathan truly will be successful is in his well thought out accessories, from the shoes and handbags. And if you don't know, I am a handbag aficionado, as you can see here. And the new envelope folded purses that emphasize O in the middle, but on one side spelled Dior, and placed through that O were the handles, which was truly something that only Jonathan's mind could conjure up. And I definitely am looking forward, honey, to buying one of those bags, because that is all barrage. In all, this was a phenomenal visual interactive exhibition of 75 iterations of Dior's new future, a powerful high-stakes power move from Jonathan that solidifies his vision for this historic house that will have a lasting ripple effect, and personally, I can't wait to see the journey he takes us on. Alright everybody, that's all there is. There isn't any more. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of my channels. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And guess what guys, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.